Okay, hello everyone. I hope my video will reach you while you're in good health. Um, my name is Ali Kamas. Um, I'm originally from Egypt. I've been in the United States of America for about 26 years, and since I came here, very much all I've done, uh, I have been a self-employee, which is I have my own small business, which is a fencing club, fencing as a sport. Um, I've been doing nothing but teaching kids from very young age, like 5 years old, all the way to veteran, which is over 16, over 17, over 80. So I really did enjoy my job, and as the rest of American that who is struggling very bad those days because of coronavirus. Um, and I'm staying home, and there is nothing really much to do but to read, maybe do videos, whatever. So I thought that would be a good thing to do and share with you. So if you do like it, share it. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not looking forward to make anything out of this. It's just a matter of theory that lots of people spoke about it before. I'm not the very first one, but some people don't believe in that. So uh, the question is the coronavirus really exist or not exist? What I do believe, the coronavirus is being created, okay? Which means it exists, but it's being created to rebuild the world economy, to rebuild the world economy. Um, I may be wrong. I don't know. I may be right. I may be wrong. You know. So uh, what I'm saying here that every now and then, like for example, I'm giving you an example. Like in anywhere, any place, even in the sports. Sometimes you have a very strong soccer team, and then this soccer team they just collecting a title after another, and then yet, you know, um, the federation will ask the coaches to rebuild a new team, even though they have a very strong team. But what happened is um, these players in this team, they become a little bit older, okay, and that's why even though they are collecting lots of titles, but it is time to rebuild a new team by feeding this team with some new fresh meat, which is new players. So, and I think that's exactly what's happening. So I'll be honest with you, in the beginning that I thought that since it's China actually is uh, their economy is rising like crazy, which means, Chinese years and years ago start to import things for the rest of the world with a very low cost. I mean, low prices, and because simply they have a low labor. So what happened is, a lots of great companies used to manufacture in their own country, and the quality used to be so good. So, but what happened is they still can get the same quality elsewhere, like China, with the cheap labor. You know what I mean? And make even more money. So, and that's what happened. Most companies, they just start to go to China and rebuild their factories and do all the production over there and ship it back to the US or all over the world, you know what I mean, and resell it again to wholesalers. And yeah, they making tons and tons and tons of money. Okay, these people, in my personal opinion, are very selfish. Uh, Simply because all they think about is just themselves. They don't think about other, you know. For example, this coronavirus thing is really affecting us more than affecting rich people. Example, You know, rich people, I would consider them in the very top of the pyramid. We are in the very bottom of the pyramid. They are people in between. I mean, the lower you are, the more suffer you will have. You may agree with me, you may disagree with me. So I do believe that this whole entire world is like we are a puppet and being run by certain people. You know, those people are the people who control the economy all over the globe. You know, which is they control the economy, they control, you know, media, they control, you know, what you call it, they control even the rulers. You know, which means, you know, in you know, they decide which one is going to be the president for this country and that country, so on and so forth, you know. So you know, I tried this myself with all this going on, you know what I mean, with all the media and all the talk, you know, the negative talk about coronavirus become, you know, corona hysteria. You know, people are very paranoid, you know, and it's very easy to become paranoid. And I don't know if you know that or not. If you just sit down and you're healthy and you're not feeling anything, you can easily convince yourself that you're sick. The more you know, replay this that you're sick in the back of your head, you really truly become sick. So I'm staying home. I'm very normal right now. So even though I don't believe in the media, but yet when I go out in a grocery store, you know, I have noticed myself backing up from people. I don't understand that. You know, I have noticed myself just, you know, being paranoid about everything. I don't want anybody to sneeze, you know, I don't want to be anybody to cough around me, you know what I mean? Even though I do believe in strongly from the bottom of my heart, it's all game, you know, but I start to be affected simply because of the media, because of what's happening, you know what I mean? Because of what I see around me, everybody wearing masks and gloves and, you know, it's crazy stuff going on, you know? So, what else I wanted to say importantly, you know, so I do remember when President Obama, just a little bit off topic, just to let you know, that's what's happening. I do remember when President Obama was running for president, he was bagging all these nice companies, you know, to simply don't go outside of the US. Keep jobs inside the US. You know what I mean? Keep your factory inside the US so we can have more jobs. You see what I'm saying? So that way we won't be struggling. And he promised that he will give them a big tax break. But those companies really don't care about this kind of stuff because they don't care about other. All they care about themselves. You know, once people start to make money, they become more greedy and they want to make more and more and more and more and more. And we are in the end pay the price. The question is, guys, you know, think about it that way. Okay, so you know, China, until very much for what I have read, that may be wrong too, but they import about 33% till about maybe 2024, I think. I don't remember the year exactly, but it's about 33% from the world needs. You see what I'm saying? That will leave us with about 69% will be divided between all countries all over the world. That's insane. And by 2030, China will increase the thing they import, you know, to people all over the global, you know what I mean? It will be about over 60%. That's way too crazy. You see what I'm saying? When they do that, that means China is number one, and then the other country will follow China is India. So what I'm saying is, it's all about money, it's nothing else. That's why for the Chinese, they feel being threatened by the American and European, you know, because you are very worried about China monopolizing the whole entire world, right? So why not? That's an inside job, you know, creating a virus and creating the vaccination for it. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a different story for vaccination, because a lots of countries right now, they're competing for whoever reach the solution for coronavirus first so they can make more money out of this. You know, it's very sad. You know what I mean? And in the end, who pay the price? We pay the price. You know what I mean? So, and after this happened in China, people and companies in China, you know, like if I build a company in China, I get freaked out because the stocks went downhill everywhere, especially China, because China was #1 country affected because the virus actually come from China. So what we're gonna do, you know, I'm gonna have to sell and sell as quickly as possible to decrease my losses, right? So I start to offer my stocks to sell, my company to sell, no one will buy, you know what I mean? And that was another tricky thing, very, very fishy, you know what I mean? Why you won't buy, you know? And then those stockholders, those owners of those big companies inside of China, you know what I mean? Then they start to say, okay, you know what? I want to see even for cheaper, and no one will respond. And they go down and down and down unless they sell it for the price Chinese government wants to, you know what I mean? And then here we go, Chinese buy from those big companies. So who's #1 economy-wise? It's China. So I think that Chinese thought about, you know, hey, look, you know, it's okay to sacrifice, you know, 3,000 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. Their population is about 1.5 or even more, third of the world living in China. You know what I mean? So it's not that big a deal actually to sacrifice, you know, that numbers of people to benefit the entire nation of China. I mean, you see what I'm saying? To them. To me, what I have learned, killing one soul is like you kill the whole entire society, you know what I mean? And saving one soul is like you save the whole entire humanity. Is you know, this is a way I think about it, you know? I care less about the money, you know? But this is how the intelligence or how the big politicians think about it, you know what I mean? It's just money more important than the life of a human being, okay? And here we go, all of a sudden, you know, this stupid virus all of a sudden traveled from China, you know, which is somewhere east, to Europe, which is, you know, kind of like a northwest, you know, northwest, to Italy, you know. I'm gonna show you something very interesting, which is I did printed the not printed, but I just have to my phone the world map, and I'm gonna have to check that so I can give you some accurate information. If you can give me a second. Here you go. Here is the map. Now when here is a map right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just like right there. I hope you can see it. Here you go. That's much better. Okay, and I'm sorry, that's in my language, it's in Arabic, so I don't know, but here is the China. Here is the China. Okay, right over here, all this is China. Now let's see what's around China. Okay, around China from the east side there is North Korea, South Korea, and there is a Japan right next to this. Okay, and then south, kind of like southeast, there is a country called Taiwan. Okay, also there is southeast Philippines, Vietnam, and then Philippines, and then down south there is Vietnam, and then also there is Laos. It actually is in the border with China. There is another country also called Myanmar, you know. So there is those type of country, right? And in the border also, which is considered as part of China, is Tajikistan and some other country I don't know how to pronounce. And also kind of like south of China, okay, south west of China, kind of like India, you know. So and then Pakistan, and then Afghanistan, you know, and then you know, Afghanistan is kind of east. Pakistan is also, I would say, east, a little bit southeast. So, and then Kuwait and Iran, etc. So, my thing is, how this virus started in China and went all the way did not affect any countries around it. Went through Afghanistan, through Iran. Iran is affected too. It's maybe number 4. But actually went through Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Georgia, Bulgaria, Greece, Cyprus, Israel, and went straight to Italy, because this is, I think, the first country has been affected. Okay? Until now, they are being suffering. Okay? Now, it's in Italy, right? And then also, like very, very close from Italy, okay, which is northeast, there's Romania, Bulgaria. Nothing happened much, Why Italy? You know what I mean? And then it went from Italy to Spain, not Croatia, not Hungary. And then from Italy to France. It's kind of very fishy thing, you know what I mean? I don't know why those countries has been targeted, you know what I mean? Why on the way this virus traveling did not travel to those countries or the countries around the China? Okay, if we look like China, okay, down in southwest, we have all Middle East, after you go to India, there is Emirates, there is Saudi Arabia, there is Oman, Yemen, Djibouti, and then you go to Africa, you have Jordan, you have Libya, you have Algeria, you have Egypt, Sudan, Chad, Niger, Mali, there's so many other countries not affected as bad as Italy. I'm not getting this to this point. Okay, the other thing that I see, I have a chart right here. This chart actually, everybody using that chart, I think, is come from health department, whatever. Right now, as of this moment, this virus, after hit Italy, Spain, France, some German, not whole a lot, you know what I mean, things like this, So travel all the way to the US, okay? So let's see what is the US in the map right here. Let me hang up this call very quick. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. US. Okay, guys, bear with me, please. Okay. Sorry. Do apologize. Friend is calling. So right here, the green right here, the green that you see, that's US. Okay? Now, if I shrink my map, you see, like here, I think that's kind of pink right there, that's China. And the green is the US. So this virus travels, so I would understand, kind of, you know what I mean? This virus maybe traveled to the US because US did not close the border. And I wonder why the President of America did not close the darn border. If there is a virus and there is a big threat in Europe, you know what I mean, you should shut down the airline immediately. It's ABC, man. You're responsible for this country. The rule number one, if this is a virus playing a big, problems, why don't you shut the airports? No more trips from Europe or China or Asia or anything like that. Just stop. Done deal. You know what I mean? Then that's number one step you'll take to protect your people. But you did not do that. Number two, you have not done what the rest of the country is doing. You did not sanitize the country. People, all countries all over the world, you just go there, they send the military to sanitize the whole entire country, the street, the churches, mosques, the mosque and the synagogues and all these places of worships, you know what I mean? All these places, you know what I mean? There is lots of gathering happening to it. You have not done any of those, okay? You haven't done any help to help small businesses like me. You see what I'm saying? So there is lots of business will be going out of business simply because you just like busy them tweeting in the bathroom doing nothing. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's very, very surprising. Why are lots of government laying back and chilling while their nations are struggling, from fear, not, I mean, not everybody like me, I mean, I don't care. I'm telling you, I don't care. I think that whatever is happening, it's BS. It's just to scare the shit out of people. That's one thing. The other thing is to reshape the whole entire economy all over the world. It's all about the money, l'argent de la verre, money, 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 money. So I don't know what else to say, but I think this is what I believe. It may be right, it may be wrong, but I would say that mission is accomplished, So starting China is okay right now. You see what I'm saying? And then move all the way to Italy, did not affect countries around China. It's kept. There is a magic happen all the way to Italy, and then Spain, and then France and Germany a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's in America. I wonder what the heck is going on. So I will listen to the media those coming days, because it's becoming very, very sad. People are freaked out, from what's happening, because everybody's not the same, you know what I mean? People wearing masks, gloves, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're wearing gloves, you just push in the cart, and I'm sure 100% the glove will pick up germs, right? And then you get in your car and wearing the same stupid glove, using your phone while, come on, guys, think, think. That's very, very important to think. I'm wearing glove in my hand. I go grocery shopping, I hold the cart, right? And after that, I picked up my phone. I just do whatever while I'm standing in line. I put my phone in my pocket, and then after that, I go unlock my car with my keys, and then, and then let's assume that, okay, I don't want my car to be infected inside. So you take the glove off, you throw it away, you get inside. But you know what? Guess what? You touch your keys, you touch your phone, and it's gonna be going crazy more and more and more. You're gonna sanitize your phone, you're gonna sanitize your hand, and you're gonna sanitize your hand again to can sanitize your phone. It's not gonna be ending. One thing that I wanted also to say about the what you call it, I did one thing one time, you know what I mean, about maybe 3 days ago. I said, heck with that. Let's go ahead and travel to the closest emergency room to me to see what's going on. So when I went there, I found maybe only 3 cars is being parked in the emergency room, and actually they have in the entrance one, medical assistants, wearing a mask and standing waiting for people to arrive. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. The moment she saw my car coming in, she stood up. That means it tells you like 3 cars outside, you know what I mean? And she's waiting for me to come, you know what I mean, which I didn't get in, you see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, emergency room is empty in Texas, in Dallas, Texas, which tells me, hey, I don't see any people like normal days. In normal days, I will see more cars in emergency room at this time than what I saw. The other thing is, I wanted to tell you that statistics shows about 2018. I may be not accurate with the numbers. There are about almost 40,000 died in America simply because of the flu. Okay, it's a virus, guys. And any virus has no medication. It just has to go through the system and leave it, and that's it. That's why they ask people to go in, and if it gets worse and you cannot even breathe, you see what I'm saying? So you need to admit yourself to the hospital. So me personally, I have a friend of mine, he was sitting with me one time, and he became paranoid because I know he is a paranoid person. Then he started to breathe very, very hard. And when he started to breathe very hard, I said, you okay? He said, yeah, I feel like I have the symptoms. I said, no, you don't. Just organize your breathing. Just breathe in, breathe out, and everything will be okay. And when he do this, everything is fine. He has no cough, no dry cough, nothing, no sneezing, nothing. It's very simple. It's exactly what happened in September 11. I'm Muslim, I'm very proud of it, guys, you know what I mean? And it's September 11, once September 11 happens, it makes you, before when we used to go fly, whatever, or, If I see a Muslim brother or a Muslim sister, I say Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. So after September 11, because of the media propaganda, I will get inside the flight, if I see a Muslim, instead of saying Assalamu alaikum, I will turn my head the other way, because I don't want people to think that we're about to bump, the plane or something, because they don't understand. So, but they hear the word Salamu Alaikum, they hear the word Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar in America, in the Western society, mean a bump, but it doesn't. It just means God is the greatest. It's very simple, So, I don't know what to say. I am one of the business owner being affected by those big giant people. They want to make me more money. You know what I mean? So, as of this moment, the government is, very, very slow about making decision, even about loans and all this kind of stuff. They want us to be, lose our business. I don't know what to say, but it's very sad to see all this, and it's happening. And it's very sad to see when people used to be out going, like, to have fun outside and go with their family, eat nice dinner in the weekend, watch a movie, doing this and doing that, just trapped inside of their house. It's a very, very depressing. As of this moment, I still go out, enjoy myself, drive my car, do the thing that I like to do. Even though I have immune disorder, my immune system is very bad due to certain surgery that I've done in the past. I'm 47 years old, and I honestly don't care. When it's my time, is my time. I'm not saying that I believe in that when it's my time, is my time. That means I'm gonna go ahead and stand in front of the train and let the train run me over. I'm not saying that. You need to take your concussion. It's very important. Follow what doctor would say. But don't overdo it. Do not overdo it, so you'll have a normal life. You see what I'm saying? I have some customer will come talk to me sometimes, and then if I take one step, they will take one step back. It's like I'm a disease or something. Hey guys, it's okay. And I have some lovely customer who will sit down and we chit chat, and no problem. In fact, we have a very funny Egyptian saying. It says that the people who are scared of the ghost will come to them. The people are afraid of the ghost the ghost will come them, will haunt them. Okay. Big part of this, you have to be very strong right here. If you're not strong right here, you're not going to be able to face it. But if you're paranoid all the time, that's not good. You can't even touch a door. Touch a door, you need to sanitize it. You touch this, you need to, what is going on? So, once again, whatever is happening right now, economy-wise, okay, it's a pyramid, okay? This is the base of the pyramids, which is the poor people, little bit okay, more okay, more okay, more okay, more okay. The only one who benefit, the people in the top. The people in the top, they benefit the most. Those are the people who makes more money. These are the people, this kind of situation does not even affect them, because they got tons and tons and tons of money, uncountable. You see what I'm saying? Like Bill Gates, Does he care about this situation? Of course he doesn't. You see, this guy, he can stay home for the rest of his life. He doesn't have to worry about anything. You see what I'm saying? But for us, we have to pay bills, we have to pay this, we have to pay that. And the things also that I have noticed for me personally, after this crisis happens, I used to receive certain bills at a certain time. I found those bills is coming a bit early. Everybody wants their money. It's crazy, How am I gonna make money? How am I gonna pay money if I'm not making money? So very much this problem is affecting self-employed the most, like me. If you're an employee, work for different company, you're very much getting paid, or you can apply for unemployment. But for me, I don't know what to do. Even the pay protection check, whatever it is, they even delayed that, I applied for quick 10,000 loans. I don't know, I haven't got anything yet. I applied for regular loan, which called signature loan, So far things are moving with interest rate. I don't believe in interest, but I have no other choice to survive in this country. I lived in America, for about 26 years. I moved here when I was 21. So I lived in America more than I lived in Egypt. So that's my country, you know, and I honestly don't know what to do. My family in Egypt want me to go back, but I cannot live there. I am part of this system, you know. I love this country, you know, my life, you know, when I go visit in Egypt right now, I cannot stand loud noise, you know what I mean? That's one simple thing that I can tell you. So, but in the meantime, I don't know what to do, but I have lots of faith. I believe in God, you know what I mean? And I think that God's choice is always good for all of us, you know what I mean? And I pray and I hope that all of us will be okay. Yeah, if you think you like what I said today, if you think that comfort you a little bit, you know, because once again, I'm not a media person. I don't believe in everything has been said in the media because I think that's all BS, you know. Just try to let people hear it and comfort them. It is going to be okay. It's going to be okay in every aspect. It's going to be okay. Nothing gonna happen. As of this moment, 2018, like I said before, about 40,000 died from flu. So we did not reach this yet. So I'm gonna say this very quickly, and then hopefully I'm gonna be ending this video. Like here, the chart I have, it says total cases in the United States of America, 120,529. Okay, new cases, 16,403. And then total cases, 2008. And then new death, it says 3,283. Compare that to almost 40,000 in the US 2018 died from flu, you know. So total recovery 141,420. Active cases for 87.409. Okay. Serious critical is 25,248. Total cases 84.6. Death says this one MPOP 3.9. I don't even understand what that is. Okay, this is, that's it. That was all the way to January 10th. So it's not updated yet. So, but I'm sure it's getting a little bit more worse in the US. So, but once again, I'm living my life. I have immune disorder. My immune system is not that strong yet. I go out with no mask, with no glove. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm asking you, you can take your precaution and just go out with a glove and a mask, you know. But one of the advice, a friend of mine, he's a doctor, said, okay, when you go grocery shopping, okay, now wear only one glove, okay? Leave the other glove for your keys car, for your car, for your, you know, for everything personal that you do, for your phone. You see what I'm saying? So one, no glove, and the other one with a glove. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you go grocery shopping, when you're out. But if you are wearing gloves, okay, is the glove gonna pick up germs? Of course it will, all right? So you go to grocery shopping, you push in the cart, you pick up germs, right? You pick up this and you pick up that. And then after that, while you're standing in line, you pick up the phone and just start to type things and looking for things to keep you entertaining. So you are transferring those germs from this glove to the phone. Okay, and then you hold your keys, you're transferring the germs from the glove